It's coming. It's about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, people, my people, black people, white people, people of different persuasions. Welcome to the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. It is Friday Eve because we can't just say what it really is yet. You see, I got two friends, Fine Brian, Lee Ice. We got a satellite version of the Unapologetic Sports on this Friday Eve. And what's going to happen is when people go to work tomorrow, they're going to be in the break room. They're going to be by the Keurig. They're going to be by the water. It's going to be some guy eating day-old donuts. And what they're going to do is say they saw this show last night. Three guys talking sports. And then everybody's going to ask what's the name of it. And there's one guy way in the back. So he can be heard. He's going to yell it out. It's the Thursday night Throwdown. Yeah, baby. Welcome to another edition of the Thursday Night Throwdown. As I said, Flying Brian, Lee Ice, Unapologetic Sports. Now they're hanging out on Thursday night with me, the Midnight Rider. We're going to take you through the day of sports, man. We had a lot of breaking news today. Try to just give you as much as we can. And this time, we're going to start off early with some NFL news. Take the NFL games out the way for you. At the end, we got a special thing. We got the renderings of RFK, so we're going to show you those at the end of the show. In between time, we're going to be giving you all the entertainment you need, baby. With that being said, what's up, fellas?
Hey, man. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting him. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, man, I've been trying to push this for a minute. Just if somebody's out, like just add. We got people. You know what I'm saying?
We got a squad. We deep.
Hey, this is the place you come to for the best sports all across the board. We don't have a bad show.
I'm telling you. Anybody want any people out there, network, whatever, y'all try to start something, we deep. Don't mess with us.
Yes, indeed. All right, so it looks like Jack wants to do a live check-in. Let me see if I can get him in a second.
The gentleman?
Yeah, the gentleman. And then we got this guy. First and foremost, I'd like to thank him for wearing the shirt on Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. This is the first time for everything. What's up, Josh? How you doing? Josh of Highly Opinionated Sports, baby.
What's up, man? How you doing,
Mr. Highly Opinionated.
What's up, Unc? How you doing, man? My guy, Flying Brian. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
We good. Everything's good in the hood.
Man, that's good to hear, man. I heard the intro, Midnight Rider. Yeah, I would have to agree, man. You're looking for the best sports content. Sideline Junkie Podcast Network is definitely the place.
Yeah, man. And we got some things, some fires in the some burners in the fire. So we got some other things coming up too. So we ain't gonna stop growing. We started with three. I mean, they started doing shows every day of the week, but it was like four of us or four of them. Now it's, man, you gotta do roll call. You gotta do roll call, baby. And everybody brings something different. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I look forward to what's happening next with the network. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
That's what's up, man. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Early this morning, we start off the day, probably late last night into the morning. We get John Harbaugh to the Giants. Guys, I'll let you, since you got blue on, you got the closest to Giant colors with the polka Al Bundy joint on. I gotta give you first dibs just for that.
Four touchdowns in one game. Don't forget that.
That's right.
Hero, legendary, legendary.
Yeah, it was the Giants weren't really one of the rumors. I know everybody was joking he was going to go to the Steelers, but I guess the Giants is one of the better choices. They think they have the quarterback. They got a good running back. It's a big market to go to, although come from Baltimore is pretty big. I think it's a good signing for the Giants, whether or not it works out. Are you guys shocked that he went so fast, so quick?
No.
No,
I mean, meaning he made the decision so quick.
nah, because I think he knew he was the domino that had to fall first.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else was getting hired until he figured out where he was going. Like he was the girl at the party that everybody wanted to dance with. And until she chose who she wanted to dance with, everybody was just gonna stand up against the wall and wait.
Do you think that that was what he wanted from the beginning? That he didn't think about Miami or think about maybe not Oakland, Vegas because of the #1 pick? I don't know. The Giants just seem like they're a little further away than maybe some of the other teams are, but I guess they're all kind of far away if you fire your coach, but except for the Ravens.
I'll let Josh and Lee Ice go and I'll close it out because I'll answer that when we get to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Josh.
So Fly Guy, you had a lot of great questions there. So the first question you asked was you surprised he acted so fast? No, I knew Sunday at about 3:55, 4 o'clock that he was going to act, soon on his next opportunity. What John Harbaugh was waiting for was the end result of the Buffalo and the Jacksonville Jaguars game. Once that game ended and Buffalo secured the win, it was solidified that job wasn't going to be open. So that that focused your attention to the other jobs that are open. As far as what the Giants have, I don't think the Giants are really that far off. They need a left tackle. They need to show up the tackle position. But you look at this defense, you got Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Bobby Okereke, Paulson Adebo, Javon Holland, Abdul Carter, who they drafted. He was a top 5 pick in last year's draft. So I don't think the Giants are far off at all. The best receiver got hurt. Best running back got hurt. You need to find a way to protect the quarterback. Quarterback needs to learn how to slide. You feel me? So I'm sure John Harbaugh definitely, coming from Lamar Jackson, he definitely can, emphasize that to him. But I love the hire for the Giants, and depending on what the Giants do in the free agency and the offseason with the draft, I don't think it's far-fetched to say the Giants can, contend in that division next season.
Totally agree. Lee Ice? All right, we shaking the head no.
This is not a good fit. Everybody, Harbaugh's going to New York. This ain't a good fit, man. I'm the first one to tell y'all, this shit ain't gonna work. He's not a New York guy, man. He's not a New York guy. He got a young quarterback. He got a young running back. And he got a young wide receiver. They don't need a 63-year-old coach coming in there coaching them. Unless only one old coach can. If that was Uncle Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll can do that. He ain't gonna. They're not gonna be able to relate to him, man. This Harbaugh is the wrong one. Jim can handle New York. John, I don't see the fit. I really don't. And this is what I really don't get. I don't see, and nephew, I've been saying this. I don't see John Harbaugh as a great coach. What is his strengths? When you look at John Harbaugh, what do you say? What is his strength? You look at McVay and Shanahan, you say offense.
The Ice.
Seattle defense. When you look at John Harbaugh, please tell me what are his strengths?
Hold up, guys. Hold that thought. Let's get Jack with a live drop in real quick. Let's hit him up, and then we'll continue the conversation on the other side.
All right.
Wrong one.
Solo. The Lee Ice Show.
Hey!
Here we go. Did he just hop out? I lost
Where's
him.
Jack? I heard him.
Yeah, he's in this. Chopped in with another one. There we go.
Hey, what's up, Jack?
Hey, what's
On
happening?
location.
It's the national anthem. I figured you bumped me in while the national anthem's playing.
Where you at?
I'm having
trying to
trouble
hold on.
hearing you guys. I wanted to show you a live tip of the Laurel Spartans 2025 state champion, 4A state champions are playing Bowie tonight. I'm up here at the arena at the gym. Been nothing but hospitality from all the Laurel coaching staff. It's been great.
You with Coach Powell in the home of the Spartans, baby. You ain't got no choice. You're gonna take care of you every time.
That's it. Yeah, no doubt. I'm sitting right behind the bench. Came out to get some juice, and they put the national anthem on, so I'm kind of hiding right now.
Okay.
But I heard y'all on the show, and I'd love to see Coach Harbaugh with them Giants, man. That's going to be amazing. I thought he was going to go there, or I thought he was going to go to Miami. Everybody thought Miami. So,
Right.
yeah. The tip-off should be in a couple of minutes if you want it. If not, I can just tune out and catch y'all later. What do you got, Midnight Rider?
Let's see if we can get the tip. At least we can get a tip off, and go from there.
All right. Well, I can talk
You got-
again. The
Got
anthem's
anything
over.
else on Harbaugh?
Yes, sir. Say what?
You got anything else on Harbaugh?
Can't hear you.
Do you have anything else on Jim Harbaugh?
John.
Oh.
John Harbaugh.
Nah. I mean, is it been made official today or what?
Yes, it's made official.
I think it was
today.
just a little bit ago. It was official.
Oh man, he's gonna have fun with that young squad. Like I say, NFC East got to be on notice. A great coach is in the NFC East now, and he's got a nice young team. I'm telling you, I'm a Jackson Dart fan. Everybody's a Scatbo fan. Malik Neighbors, and then they got some nice draft. They're going to have some nice draft picks this year. So that New York team is going to improve and be some young guns. So I'm excited about that move. I'm glad he's staying on the East Coast. That's about it.
Okay. And then, did you get a chance to see the stadium at all?
No, it did not.
RFK?
It was dark when I got here. It was already dark.
No, I'm talking about the RFK Stadium.
Oh, no, I didn't. I don't have nothing on that. I didn't see that. What's going
All right.
on? Fill me in.
If you look at your screen, I'll give you the renderings now.
Look at that!
Ooh,
Look at that beautiful stadium, y'all.
Damn. Yeah, that
Look
looks
at it.
nice. So they going no roof or roof?
It's a roof.
No,
It was clear. It's clear. It's a clear roof.
Wow. Hey, what's up, B?
What's up, Jack?
Yeah, that looks banging. And like I say,
it
if they
looks
can
like
have some
it's the
infrastructure
shape
around
of
it,
it's
or,
the shape of RFK Stadium. That's why I like it, but it's upgraded.
Oh, yeah, I agree. It does look a little bit like it, but I like all the shops and the living space that's built around it. For the you got a community around the stadium now, really, plus the rest of the DMV. So I like that it's not just a stadium in the middle of an open area. It's going to be developed with shops and businesses and stuff. We just missed the tip. My bad.
I just heard the whistle. I thought that's.
Yeah, we missed the tip.
All right. Well, we'll catch you later on, man.
All right.
All right, guys. Sorry about that.
Mhm.
Wanted to get Jack in real quick while he was on out on assignment doing the Laurel Bowie game. Lee Ice, you brought up a great question. You said, why would somebody want Harbaugh? I think that's kind of what you said. And if I'm
what are his strengths when you bring up the name John Harbaugh? What are we talking about? What are his strengths as a coach?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have a good special teams. He's gonna have an offense. I mean, I think this offense is gonna be fine for them because I think they have enough young talent that they can make it work. I don't know. I'm not a big Todd Monken guy, but I mean, as long as his quarterback doesn't run his head into the wall, he should be okay.
So he couldn't win. Well, he won, but he couldn't win a championship with a two-time Hall of Fame, a two-time MVP, and a Hall of Famer at running back. Why do you think this is going to work? I'm not saying. No, I am saying this ain't going to work. This is not a good fit. This is not a good fit.
This guy right here running the NFC. That's why he might be able to do it now. You don't got to worry about this guy. 0-2 against this guy.
Yeah, I think
unless he gets a Kingsbury or a McDaniel as his coach, as his OC, tell me how is this going to work? I mean, again, nobody has said what his strengths are. You say a good special teams. Wow.
No, I look at Harbaugh. He's a leader of men. He can relate to younger players. With the correlation of what you said about young quarterback, young wide receiver, young running back, he had that in Baltimore. Not this year with Derrick Henry. The year they were the number 1 seed, they had a young Marquise Hollywood Brown, with a young Lamar Jackson. And then they had who was the running back? I think it was Gus Edwards. Somebody I would have to go look at, but the running back was on the younger side. So I've seen him do that. He was the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Why is he fired? Why is he fired?
Because it was time for a change. Yeah, it was time for a change. There's nothing wrong with that.
Lamar Jackson didn't have nothing to do with it. Y'all don't think Lamar Jackson had nothing to do with it?
No,
y'all think their relationship was kind of?
I think it's their relationship. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the relationship, but also the fact that he was there for 18 years. My thing is that I look at Mike Tomlin. I think Mike Tomlin is a better overall coach than Harbaugh, but I look at Mike Tomlin and Harbaugh as the same. They both leaders of men. Like their players can relate to him. So I think that John Harbaugh would do fine in New York. He can relate to the younger players, and New York needed a culture change. Like Harbaugh can instill culture in New York, whereas though they didn't have that before. The coach, they had Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll, for whatever reason, didn't work in New York for him. Maybe he's a better coordinator than he is a head coach, but I think Harbaugh can definitely work in New York, and I think he'll be fine. And Brian's the fly guy holding up the poster of Josh Allen doesn't have to play Josh Allen. And also, let's say this: when they got to almost to the ultimate destination, they lost in the AFC Championship to Patrick Mahomes. So it's no shame in losing to that. No shame in losing to Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes.
Go ahead.
I don't know about y'all. You don't fire good coaches.
Yeah, you do.
Well, hold on, real quick on that. Eagles needed a change with Reed. They fired Reed, and they've won 2 Super Bowls since, and Reed has gone on to win 3 Super Bowls since then. So maybe Reed is the outlier, but we have seen it technically work. The Eagles just needed a change with Reed. Now, I'm not saying the Giants are going to win Super Bowls,
it's more of a change. It's more of a change.
Yeah, I think the Ravens just want to. Yeah, they just need a change.
Okay, I still don't think it's going to work.
It may not, but there is an outlier that it has worked before.
What you think, Midnight Rider? You think it's a?
Hold on, let go ahead. Finish.
No, sorry. I did see a stat. I think it's right. A coach that has won a Super Bowl has not gone to another team and won a Super Bowl. So I didn't realize that's true. That's a huge outlier that I've.
Reed didn't win, but he went. Yeah. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. When a coach wins a Super Bowl in one city and they go to another one, it doesn't work. Bill Parcells got to another Super Bowl,
but it might work for the Ravens. But it might not work for the. History says it's not going to work for the Giants, but it could work for the Ravens.
When you say it doesn't work, when you say it's not going to work, if the goal is for them to win the Super Bowl, yeah, I can't answer that. But as far as them getting better, oh yeah, they'll be better. Like there ain't no doubt about that. Like I think they can contend in that division next year if they have a good offseason, good draft, good free agency. They add to the roster the proper way. They can contend in that division.
So what's a good season for them? Making the playoffs and a first round exit that's a good season.
I think that's
Okay. Season. Yeah.
With their second year quarterback.
Let me say this. I hope you're not putting Super Bowl at the first year. You're not putting Super
No,
Bowl
I'm just
expectations
saying.
on
I
Harbaugh's
was
first year.
listening to a couple Giant. I was listening to a couple Giant fans today, and they just,
Oh, I forgot about the Giants thing. I forgot about that.
you know, oh Lord, I'm like, good. Like,
Oh, yeah.
come on, man. This ain't the second coming of Bill Parcells. You know,
Who couldn't
this
win
ain't
after he
Tom
left the
Coughlin.
Giants?
This not Bill Parcells. This no. Like I
All right, so
said,
here's the kicker, man. I had this job rated as the number one job on Tuesday, and the reason I had it rated number one is because I think Josh kind of hinted at some of the things you got to do. If you can get you a tackle, and then you throw another receiver on the other side of Malik Neighbors, for me, I've penciled in my pick is Carnell Tate, the kid from Ohio State, and you pair Neighbors and Tate, and you put Wandale Robinson in the slot. You got a dangerous offense. You just got to hope the young boy don't run his head first into everything. That's the only thing you got to worry about. And you fix that by getting a solid backup quarterback behind him. And I think you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
They've got the pass rushers. I think they got to add something else to their secondary because their corners are weak. But that's stuff you can fill in as you go along through free agency or whatever, because you can make this team into a playoff contender. Because that division, I think that division could be won with 10-7. I don't think that's a 12-4, 12-4, 12-4 type of division.
Well, going into next year, all teams are going to be looked at to be pretty good. I mean,
Right.
Dallas is always looked at to be good, whether they are or not. I know Leroy thinks the Commanders are going to be good as long as they're healthy. The Eagles are still looked at as the top team in the division, and obviously the Giants think they're going to do something with Harbaugh. So yeah, they're going to beat up on each other.
Yeah,
you would think.
They play the AFC South as they cross their AFC teams. I don't know what the NFC team is, what division is, but I know they play the AFC South for sure. So there you go, man.
who's blown the most 4-quarter leads since 2020?
I knew you bring that up. I was waiting for that.
It's a bad stat. It's not good.
That's why I call him the Doc Rivers of the NFL, buddy. He's living off that one chance. Yeah, he got the championship, but it was more of the three Hall of Famers. It was more Ed Reed, more Ray Lewis, and more Terrell Suggs. Just like Doc Rivers had KG, Ray Allen, and
Paul Pierce, right?
Paul Pierce. Yeah. I mean, he's living off that one chance. Good for him. I've just never been a Harbaugh fan. A John Harbaugh fan. I'm a Jim fan. I'm not a John fan. I just don't. When you keep blowing lead after lead in the fourth quarter, I mean, this year you got a 2-score lead, and you got a Hall of Fame running back. You got a Hall of Fame running back who's already ran for 140 or something, and he doesn't see the ball again. I mean, there's no excuse for that.
Go ahead, Josh, and let's finish up with that and move on.
No, I agree with that. Like he has some bad coaching decisions.
The environment changed.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. So let's hit Anthony's comment real quick because this is going to take us to the next thing we're going to do. I think the next head coach for the Ravens is going to be Kingsbury. I don't agree with that, but we are saying, what do we think the next job that gets filled, or what's the next place to be filled up in this search? Who do you think gets the next gig? And whoever's ready first, I'll let y'all just, if you want to just jump in with your pick.
Well, I want to go back real quick to what you said. You said the Giants was the number one job. Did you mean that for Harbaugh, or did you think the Giants job was better than the Ravens job?
I think the Giants job is better than the Ravens job.
Okay, that's why.
And then if you want to know what I had at the bottom, I had the Steelers as the worst job because I think even though they're gonna have the mystique of being patient with people, I think the problem is you got to get a quarterback, and then you got an aging roster, and you don't have playmakers on offense, and you got to get all of that within the next couple of years. Yeah, and yes, they'll be patient, but that job is going to be a job where you'll see the fruits of your labor in year 3, year 4, not in year 1, year 2.
And that coach might not be around by that.
No, I think he will be in that because I don't think the Rooneys have had 3 coaches in the last 60 some odd years. So I don't think they're going to mess that mystique up. I think they're going to try to hold on to that as much as possible, unless this guy comes in, whoever they hire, and it's just a dumpster fire.
All right, so I think I guess the obvious answer is the Ravens' job. I think most people think that was the best job because they have the quarterback
Right.
already established. You know, they were a field goal away from again winning the division and going to the playoffs. So, as far as who's going to go there, I don't think necessarily that it's going to start filling up quick. Harbaugh was the one, like you said, he was the girl at the party. He's gone. I still think we're going to see some coordinators like maybe Joe Brady for Buffalo. If they can get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, I feel like Joe Brady might have a chance for a job. So I think we'll see some coordinators from these teams that are still in maybe go off. So I don't think we're going to see them filled real quick, but I think the Ravens one is the biggest one, so maybe that's the one that goes first. But I guess it depends how desperate some of these teams are, like how quickly they want to fill their position. It's like Kingsbury's out there, but sorry, the guy for the Niners, the defensive coordinator. I know everybody's talking about him, and he's got interviews already set up. He's supposed to do after the Niners game. So
You talking about Robert Saleh?
no.
You said the 49ers defense coordinator, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
solid.
sorry.
Solid.
Yeah, so he's already said that he's got interviews ready to go. So I'm not sure how quick they get fixed, but I think the Ravens is the best one. The one that goes the next, I'll say the Raiders, only because the coach going to the Raiders knows who the quarterback is and knows what's going on. Teams like Miami and obviously the Ravens, but teams like Miami and stuff, they got a lot of stuff to deal with, especially with the Tua contract. Arizona, we don't know what's going on with Kyler Murray yet and that stuff. So I think the Raiders is more appealing than people think it is.
I think that's the next job that gets settled or coach is the Raiders because, like you just said, you know who the quarterback's going to be. You know what you're going into. Now, Anthony, our listener and viewer, I think Kingsbury will be a great hire for the Ravens because whoever the Ravens hire, you got to hire them for Lamar. You got to hire you got to hire the coach for Lamar. Bottom line, it has to be a good fit for Lamar Jackson and Kingsbury or Mike McDaniel. I see one of them two going to the Ravens.
I think Mike
As
McDaniel
the
had
head coach or the offensive coordinator?
Go ahead, say that again.
As the head coach or the offensive coordinator?
The Ice. Do you want him as a head coach or offensive coordinator?
I'm getting him in the bill. I don't think Mike McDaniel might accept an OC job, but if you bringing him in there for Lamar, I mean, make him the head coach. I mean, they both have experience, might not be great experience, but you're trying to tell me neither one of them can do wonders with Lamar Jackson? I mean, Mike McDaniel, he won with Tua. Okay?
So real quick, according to this, McDaniel has got an offensive coordinator interview tomorrow with the Bucks.
Yeah, I think he's just doing that as formality because I think he wants to just cover all his bases and have all his opportunities available to him. But looking at this list or these things, I don't see 9 people or 8 people now better than McDaniel. I think he gets one of the head coaching spots, to be honest with you. Go ahead, Josh. I forgot. I didn't even leave you out.
No, you're good. I'm just listening. It's great talk. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning Mike McDaniel will probably be a head coach, but if he's not, if your team needs an offensive coordinator, you definitely should be interested in Mike McDaniel for sure. For me, I'm the one team I didn't hear y'all mention. I'm looking at the Falcons. I like what the Falcons got. I'd say this every team in the NFC South. Like you can win that division. We saw Carolina with 8 wins. So the Falcons had 8 wins and Tampa had 8 wins. But I'm looking at the Falcons. I think the Falcons, and I gotta give Lee Ice his credit. I'll give you a credit. Like if I'm them, I'm gonna re-sign Kirk Cousins, and I re-signed Kirk Cousins. I re-signed Kyle Pitts. They already got 2 pass rushers, Pierce and Walker, that they drafted this year out the draft. I like them. They need to show up the linebacker room, but their secondary is nice. They drafted Watts, the safety out of Notre Dame. They got Terrell on one side as the corner, so you might want to address the other corner, but they got Jesse Bates as the other safety. I like what the Falcons got. I think that team. I know Jack came on here and said that Harbaugh was looking at Miami. The teams I thought Harbaugh should be looking at: the Giants, the Titans, and the third team I thought was a slam dunk was the Falcons. I thought if he went to the Falcons, they could go from not making the playoffs to automatically now you're looking at them like, all right, they can contend because they're in the NFC and they're in a weaker division. So I'm looking at the Falcons job as the next job that should be the next job that people should have interest in of getting filled.
Yeah, I think the Ravens is the next job to get filled because I think Bashadi's going to want to get it in the building and get it squared away. And it's funny you mentioned the Falcons. Like I think I had them fourth, but you said all the reasons why I had them fourth because I think the only issue is, are you re-signing Kurt? Are you signing somebody else? In the meantime, I know who they won't be signing, and that's Marcus Mariota. There's no way you bring that back into the building after the way it ended the last time with them. So I think that's where they go. And then the question is, if you sign Kirk, how long is that deal going to be? Is that going to be a 1 year with a avoidable? So it's going to be a 2 year deal with money up front, or are we doing 3? Because you can't do 3 because you got Penix sitting there. You got to start getting return on that investment because you going to be
on a bad investment.
Yeah, because he already had the 20 ACLs in college.
Yeah, that was a bad investment.
You're going to be on year 3 with a quarterback. I get the move. I understood the move. But this is one of those moves I thought, and it happened. If Fontenot was wrong, he going to be gone. And that's what happened. He was wrong on the pick, and he lost his job. Did everybody get their pick or what they think next? Go ahead, Lee Ice.
So I ask y'all, who's the next hot coach? I mean, who's the top coach now that Harbaugh's gone?
Well, I guess it's Tomlin if he's coaching, but nobody thinks he is, right?
No,
Right.
He's definitely setting out a year.
I guess
there's no hot candidates out there. To me,
I'm gonna tell you the place to watch is Pittsburgh, because I think Pittsburgh's gonna go back to their mantra and do what they do. They're gonna find them a guy, a 34 to 36-year-old young man to bring in their building, and year 1, like they always do, they pick his coordinators for him till he gets experienced and gets everything built up, and let the coordinators cushion him by having experienced coordinators. They can walk him through the dark times. So whatever that young guy that you're thinking of, Lee Ice, he's going to end up in Pittsburgh, whoever that guy is. We don't know his name yet. It might be Chris Shula. It might be the other young offensive coordinator in LA, the Rams. I can't think his name, but it's a nice name.
Is Shula? He's a Shula from Don.
Yeah, he's Mike's son.
Okay, so that's the grandson.
Yes.
Okay.
So there are a couple of just younger guys that you just on the periphery. The kid at or the guy at the Jaguars, I think it's Gus Idrizzi or not Gus Grant Idrizzi or something like that. He's another guy to look for. He's 29 years old. He's never called his own plays. Again, I think Pittsburgh will build an infrastructure around him to figure it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I don't think you need the hot candidate. You need the right candidate. Like I never get into this hot thing. Like I don't believe in hot. I believe in what's right. And just because there is not a hot candidate out, that doesn't mean there's not a diamond in the rough candidate out there. You have to do the research. You have to do the due diligence. You have to use your use your staff and whatever resources you use to find that. So I disagree with that totally. Like you don't have to. There doesn't have to be a Ben Johnson this cycle to have a good coach. Mike Vrabel was an established veteran coach. Look at what he did with the Patriots. He wasn't hot. We already knew what he was. So my point is that you can find.
Mike Vrabel was hot. After Tennessee let him go, yeah, he sat back and like let me. And
no. Yeah, he sat back, but I'm saying he wasn't.
But I get what you're saying. I agree with you.
Like Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was a super hot candidate. Had multiple offers. So my point is again, like you don't need a hot candidate. You need the right candidate. And yeah, you got to do your research and find the diamond in the rough. I think these teams will, try their due diligence in doing that.
Real quick.
I mean, we'll find out. I got a question for y'all, especially you, Midnight Ryan.
Hold your question real quick. Go ahead, Brian.
Sorry, real quick before we move on. we'll go back to McDaniel real quick. So he's already interviewed with the Falcons for the head coach. He's already interviewed with the Browns. He's interviewed with the Lions for the coordinator job. So he's all over the place. What do you think about him going to Philly as the coordinator?
I don't think he's
God.
again. I think he's getting a head coaching job. I
Yeah.
think, and the place to look at is Atlanta because he spent some time in Atlanta, with Quinn and Kyle. So he's got experience in the building, and Arthur Blank is a pretty loyal guy. So that's kind of how Raheem, like he had a big love affair for Raheem. The fact that he had him as his interim and he didn't hire him, and that's kind of how Raheem got that job the second time around.
All right, go ahead, Lee.
About a name that I hope resurfaces, and I was really, really upset with your team, Josh, when they let him go, is Byron Leftwich.
Oh, he gone.
Why this man don't have a job in the NFL?
He gone. He on the blacklist. In my mind, I think
What did he do? Did I miss something?
He was supposed to be going to Jacksonville, and he wanted to make the power move and get rid of Trent Baalke, who's a terrible GM, but he was the guy in power, and unfortunately Leftwich couldn't get Jacksonville to bend and get rid of Baalke. Then they got rid of him a year later, but at that point, I think the league has this funny way of blacklisting coaches. Guys that they just you buck the system and you kind of get on the outside. Think about a guy like Russ Grimm. Russ Grimm was supposedly a hot candidate, and then all of a sudden, after like the second or third year, you never heard his name again as a candidate. It's like people just like, nah, they good. The enemy. I told you a long time ago, the enemy was never getting a head coaching job. You used to argue with me about that until you saw him in Washington. Then you realized what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, man. Let's forget that year, man. Byron Leftwich, man.
You
don't think he can show? You don't think he can show up in Pittsburgh?
I think he needs to go to a college campus and rehab his image and get back on the good foot.
Well, said he's with Deion.
Yeah, he's with Deion right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way he's supposed to go.
I wouldn't even say that. You just need to get with McVay or Shanahan, and he'll be good.
That's true. It's amazing how they always get popped.
Someone from a Shanahan's team and the McVay's team will get a coaching job, I think, also too. I don't know who their top assistants are. So
that's the Shula kid, and I don't remember the passing game coordinator. Those two are the two young guys on McVay's staff. Another name that's out there is Clint Kubiak. Of course, he's the son of Gary. So that's another name just to keep an eye on. Anybody else in that tree that I can think of?
What about any college coaches?
Mike LaFleur. I don't think there's a hot college coach. I think everybody keeps trying to throw Marcus Freeman in the mix, and Marcus Freeman is comfortable.
Yeah.
What about how about Green Bay's old coach, Mike McCarthy?
I think he's one of those coaches that he doesn't do enough. He doesn't have enough flash, enough flair, and I don't think teams will get behind that. I think it have to be. I don't even know who would it be. I just don't see him as the hot topic in this situation. Josh, what you got on this, man?
I felt like the perfect spot for Mike McCarthy would have been the Giants, but they hired John Harbaugh. So looking at the other teams, maybe the Falcons, but because they had a defensive coach before, so now you might want an offensive coach now. But other than that, I don't see Mike McCarthy going to the Browns. Maybe I would say maybe a third distant would be the Raiders, just because they got Brady in the building, so that can you can bounce some ideas off of some stability. Brady would probably give you a little bit of longer leash, but other than that, yeah, I don't think Mike McCarthy will get a job if it's not those three places.
You actually said something interesting just now. You said Cleveland. Now Cleveland radio will go crazy if it's Mike McCarthy, because they're going to hate the pick. But it would make sense with the running game, got a young quarterback.
Cleveland should be happy if anyone takes the job. Fans, what are they complaining about?
Nah, trust me, dog. It's Washington. It's Washington all over again. I feel like I'm looking in the mirror when I listen to it. It's the same thing, the same stories. You talking about not having a quarterback in so long. Everybody knows it's like 41 quarterbacks in the last 20 years.
They had a quarterback. He was pretty damn good. They sent him on his way. He's in Tampa.
Well, they didn't think he was a good quarterback, dog.
Exactly. That's why they're the Browns.
They thought he hurt his. What did he do? He hurt his shoulder his 4th year, and that's what they decided.
Towards labrum in the shoulder.
Yeah, and that's what did him in. He had that great playoff run.
I mean, but for me, why would Mike McCarthy want that job? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my point. Like, yeah, they could want, like, for example, I want Halle Berry, I want Beyonce. Okay, well, not to be funny, you got to settle for what you can settle for. So, like, at this given point in time in life. So, yeah, like,
McCarthy is he's a capable coach, man. He's not, I mean, people drone on him, laugh at him, whatever, but he's had success in 2 spots.
No, yeah, Green Bay and Dallas. No, he definitely has. But I'm saying the jobs that are left, other than the Giants, I thought he could grow with that job. The rest of these jobs is like, all right, like Tennessee, like, okay, like, you want to really go there? I don't see Mike McCarthy wanting to go to Tennessee. That's my point. Cleveland, I don't see that. I don't even really see him going to the Raiders, but he might be interested in the Raiders just because.
I can see him in Tennessee.
I definitely go ahead. Would you say?
No, I can see him in Tennessee because, like you said, Ben, he doesn't have the shine like most coaches. But what coach is who's going to take the Tennessee job?
Actually, I think I had Tennessee 7th or 8th. I mean 7th or 6th. Yeah, it's going to have to be. I think it's a retread. I think that's the job for Stefanski. To be honest with you, you got a young quarterback. You can put it in the mix. They just need some outside help. I mean, right now their best receiver is what's the dude that had the gambling incident that was in Jacksonville? Calvin Ridley. That's their best wide receiver, and their best running back is Tony Pollard. So, I mean, they got room to add some talent around this kid Cam Ward and make it better. And to Josh's point, the only difference between you getting Halle Berry and Beyonce and him getting a coach job is you and those ladies got options of about 300 million people. For the coaching jobs, it's only 32 jobs. So you're going to take the job that's offered to you if somebody offered it to you. It's like being in the bar at 2 a.m. and you see that chick in the corner in the shadow. She the only one there, and you got your beer goggles on. So things happen. You don't make the right choices at 2 a.m.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I think Mike McCarthy gets a job. I'm saying Mike McCarthy to Tennessee. I'm throwing that out.
We go. Anybody else with a prediction they want to get out before we take a break and then we close down? We go down the stretch of the show. I'm taking any predictions besides games.
Kingsbury to Baltimore
As a head coach?
As a head coach.
Oh.
I don't see that.
I'm going to say Kevin Stefanski to the Falcons.
That's a nice one. That could work.
Yeah, I know.
That being said, go ahead.
After Buffalo wins the Super Bowl, Joe Brady's going to go to the Steelers.
I don't think so. Okay. All right. Let's take this quick break. Come back. We'll pick the 2 games on Saturday. I'll get you guys' opinion, actually, because I want y'all opinion on the national championship. I don't know if because you guys already gave yours. Josh, I don't know if you got a show coming up. So I don't know if you need to save your content or not. But if not, let's do that when we come back. All right. Real quick, here's our Saturday morning greatest fictitious college football show in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. That is our greatest fictitious college football show in the world, Craig. And the world, Craig, starts at 11:30 on Saturday mornings. It is the Gridiron. Basically, what we do is the guys have a league where we play the PlayStation 5 College Football 26. Guys have their own league. We actually gave it a show. So that's what we did. So that's what you'll see on Saturday mornings on the network. Most times it's at 11:30. We just try to make content, create content, and do something different. With that being said, let's jump into the games that we get on Saturday. Saturday, we have in the early slot the Buffalo Bills at the Broncos. Spread is 1.5. Over under is 46.5. Keep it with my tradition. That means Josh, you go first. Lee Ice, you go second. I go third, and then you go last because it's your team, and you probably want to say a whole lot about it. That's it's home. I give home team credit, baby. Go ahead, Josh. If you can hear me. All right, Lee Ice, you go first.
Okay,
And then
Yeah,
we'll try to
Josh.
get Josh back.
Well,
I can't. I don't know if you guys can hear me. But
Yeah, we hear you now. You good?
I
Go
can hear
ahead.
you. I can't.
Okay.
I can't hear Ben or Lee Ice.
Oh, just me?
Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
Just hear.
all right. He told you to go ahead and give your take on Bills Broncos.
All right. So my take for the Bills Broncos. This is a rematch of last year's AFC wildcard game. The Bills defeated the Broncos 31-7. I think the Broncos have had a tremendous season, led by quarterback Bo Nix, head coach Sean Payton. I think these guys, that defense, that front seven of the Broncos, led by Nick Bonito, Zach Allen, they've been tremendous. But I think Buffalo Bills got Superman. He wears number 17. I think the Buffalo Bills advance to the AFC Championship game. Give me the Buffalo Bills to defeat the Denver Broncos Saturday at 4:30.
Lee Ice?
Well, nothing nephew said was wrong. Not a Sean Payton fan, but I do respect him. Done a hell of a job. Unfortunately, I would say he's going home, but they're already home. So, and like you said, Superman will be in the building. He will put the cape on and lead the Bills to a victory. I think I'm not going to say they're going to win easy, but I don't think they're going to have a. I don't think they're going to have a problem with this. I don't think
Blowout?
Denver's offense can keep up with Buffalo's offense.
You think Buffalo? You think Denver?
Even though Denver has a good defense, don't get me wrong, Denver has a good defense, but if he's going to try to keep up with Josh and Bo Nix is going to commit too many turnovers. So give me I take the Bills too.
All right. I guess now we got two in here. Let me go ahead and take the Broncos. Home team. I think their defense can create enough chaos. I think Josh Allen. I mean, they got duct tape on his elbow. He got a Band-Aid on his finger. He got like a chest protector, a rib cage protector. I just don't know if he got enough body parts left. I think it's like operation. You know, when you touch the side and you get the little shock thing. I think that's what's going on with him, man.
It just adds to his legend, though. It's building up to add to his legend.
It is. It's a great story for him. I just don't think he's got enough left in his body. I think physically he's going to give out, and it's not because he's going to quit. I just think his body is just one of those things where he's been carrying this team for this long of a stretch, and he just doesn't have enough. And I think the Broncos will get enough from KJ Harvey, Bo Nix and company, and then that defense will be a pest enough that they create enough chaos in the backfield and the Bills go down. But I don't think this is a blowout. I think this is one of those 27-24 type ball games. And the reason they win is because Buffalo kicks a field goal and it goes wide right in the last seconds to tie the ball game up.
Hey, Midnight Rod, I'm gonna say this for you. I picked Buffalo, but I will say the best thing Denver has going for them is that their season ended to Buffalo last year. So that's always great motivation when you
Right.
come into a game like this or a situation like this. Uh, so I think the Bills find a way to win. I think Josh Allen. I get what you're saying about the defense, but I think Josh Allen puts that cape on and finds a way to win. So
Yeah,
All right.
I was way more worried about the Jaguars game than I am the Broncos. I know they're 14 and 14-3, but you talk about the eye test. You watch some of the games of the Broncos, their wins aren't that impressive, especially on the offense. One that comes to mind that I watched from beginning to end was the Broncos or the Marcus Mariota Commanders fought them, gave them everything they had. Took an overtime 2-point conversion to beat them. Jaguars just stomped them a few weeks ago. I'm not really that impressed with the Broncos. I know their defense is good, and I agree with the other two, not just being a homer. Even if I wasn't a Bills fan, I don't think Bo Nix is going to be able to keep up. I know he's got these crazy comebacks, but was it against the Giants? I mean, yeah, I think I will say though, when you're talking about the gas tank on Josh, I think we'll have to worry about that next week, especially if he's playing the Texans. If he's playing the Texans next week, him being beat up, I might lean towards that. I'm still going to take Buffalo, but yeah, I think they get it done pretty. I don't want to say easy, but it won't be as easy as last year. But I think by the third into the third quarter, we'll know who's going to win the game.
Yeah,
And
it's not gonna be. It's not. I don't see it
it's going to be
being
this guy right
hard.
here.
It won't be like last year, but I'm thinking a 10-point lead, a 10-point win. Buffalo might. I mean, Denver might score a late touchdown just to make it look good.
That's the one thing that Buffalo's defense, it wasn't great this year, but they've been pretty good. The last 8 or 9 games. But how many Buffalo games can you guys remember off the top of your head where they got a pretty decent lead and they blow it? That doesn't usually happen. They have blown games like with the 13 seconds and all that, but it wasn't like they were leading, and they fell apart. That's not something they normally do. So if they come out early, which I think most people think they'll come out and score quickly, they don't usually blow too many leads. So
RJ Harvey for the Denver Broncos would be a key factor, but this is the game where the Denver Broncos have missed J.K. Dobbins, running back that was injured early in the season. Because if they had J.K. Dobbins, they could just smash. This is the game. This is the J.K. Dobbins type game. If you had him, they don't have him. Again, I like the Bills, man. They find a way to win. And I agree with you, Fly Guy. I thought last week that winner, that Buffalo-Jacksonville game, I thought the winner was going to elevate. Buffalo found a way to win. Congratulations to your Bills. I was wrong on that. I owe you that, brother. I picked Jacksonville. The Bills
so did Leroy. So did my own son on my show. So
all right.
our show. Just real quick before we move on. I know Buffalo's got some injuries. Obviously, their starting safety is going to be out. Jordan Poyer is going to be out. DeMar Hamlin's going to be back in. Give or take or what that means. There's a good chance Ed Oliver plays, which is big. And they're going to get Curtis Samuel. I know they got a lot of injuries on receivers. They're going to get Curtis Samuel back, whether you think that's a big deal or not. But again, Josh never had to depend on the receivers. So having Gabe Davis and Shavers out, I don't think it's going to really make that much of a difference with Curtis Samuel, and it's probably going to elevate the guy they picked up from the Chiefs. And then Brandon Cooks has been a good addition. He's at an element that has helped them, and it looks like Josh is comfortable with him. So I don't think the two receivers being out is going to make much of a difference either. They got more guys go out during this game that could impact the next week, but yeah, I'm not that impressed with Denver. I'm also not that impressed with the Patriots, and we'll get to that later on. But
You forgot, Josh. Fly Guy, you forgot about my favorite Bill, number 0.
Right, and hopefully Keon Coleman, he had a catch or two, and hopefully he can try to step up a little bit. So I know people want to act like the Gabe Davis Shavers thing is a big deal, but I don't think it is. No.
Yeah.
Right.
Real quick, Matty Ice, we got a new theory brought to us Monday on Drive Time. Showtime Sarah says you got to win the game to win the game. I'll say that for you guys one more time, just in case you didn't catch it on the uptake. In order for you to win the game, you have to win the game.
And you play to win the game too. Don't forget that.
Exactly. Showtime Sarah dropping bars. And Maddie says he got Buffalo to win the game. So there we go, guys. And speaking of which, Drive Time airs on this station and on this network Mondays, 5 p.m. It's a pretty good crew. If you like the NHL, they're a heavy NHL group. The two guys on this side of the board, Lee Ice and Flying Brian, some people don't want to end up in the freezer, or some guys want to be flying high, unapologetic. One of the best segments to jump on this show, on this network. And then we got the guy up top, highly opinionated, dropping bars all the time, every time he comes on, doing this thing and on his show. So that's our quick shameless plug for everybody that's on the show right now. Let's get to the next ball game. It's the 49ers versus the Seahawks. We got some late news breaking coming in. I'd like to thank the Fly Guy for bringing this to my attention. But late today on the injury report, Sam Darnold shows up with an oblique injury. Drew Lock did end up having to take some of the reps in practice. Of course, we know that there are drugs that can make things wonderful in this world for these quarterbacks and get them through something tough like this. But with that being said, 49ers at the Seahawks. The spread is -7, over under is 44.5. Mr. Brian, it's all you. So Brian, Josh, Lee Eiston to me. And let's get these boxes squared away.
Right. So I'm gonna just kind of repeat what I said on Unapologetic Sports. Another plug real quick. I had an argument with an argument.
What time does that show air?
6:30 every Tuesday.
Here we go.
All right. I had an argument with my son a few weeks ago about Minnesota not bringing back Sam Darnold, and he was just, Darnold sucks and none of that. So I'm going to go with him and see if he can win that argument from a few weeks ago. And Darnold's going to do what Darnold has done pretty much his whole career. If there's a game with any kind of meaning to it, and he's gonna S to bed. So I'm going to take the 49ers, beat up and all.
All right. Go ahead,
And
Josh.
now that Darnold's hurt, I mean, I think it kind of maybe even more.
So,
Leroy.
Fly Guy, you like the 49ers? For me,
Not really, but I just
for me, I'm right there with you. I like the 49ers in a quote-unquote upset. If you go back and you watch the Week 18 game, they lost 13-3. They were driving the ball down the field.
He's just going to get in the end zone.
Christian McCaffrey bobbled the pass and got intercepted, and that basically ended the game for them. I don't want to pick on Sam Darnold, but I think Sam Darnold will be who Sam Darnold is. So if the 49ers cannot turn the ball over like they did at Philly, because Philly's offense was limited the whole season for a variety of reasons other than the offensive coordinator. But be that as it may, they won't have the same advantages that they had against Philly that they playing against Seattle. Tough, physical Seattle defense. Secondary is amazing. Front four is amazing. Linebackers are fast. So this is what I call get back game. You play a team 3 times. You know them. We saw that last week with Green Bay and Chicago. We'll see it this week. San Francisco will get their revenge because this game really should be in San Francisco. If they would have won the Week 18 game, stadiums would just flip. So I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers to defeat the Seattle Seahawks.
Lee Ice.
If I'm not mistaken, Trent Williams missed that game against Seattle, right?
Yes, he did.
And I've been saying this. Trent Williams might be the most important offensive lineman in NFL history. What teams are able to do with him is incredible. I mean, when he was here, I never understood when Jay Gruden was like, we're missing Trent. We're missing Trent. I'm like, he's offensive line. I get he's a left tackle. But he changed his thing in that running game and in that passing game. Okay? So Trent is playing. Like Nephew said, they on some get back. They know this game should be in San Francisco. Shanahan, he's petty. He feels embarrassed. They only put up 3 points. If he gets a chance, he's going to run the score up. And Sam Darnold just pulled the LeBron James. He already got the injury as an excuse. So I got the 49ers. Very easy.
Three upsets.
This is not an upset.
Well,
That's
it
a
is in
very
Vegas.
disrespectful spread to the 49ers. This is not an upset
Yeah, I don't
to
think
me.
because when you play a team twice already, you know what they run, they know what you run. So to me, like, yeah, the point spread is the point spread because people in Vegas got to put some number by a team. So I get that. But to me, it wouldn't be an upset because you've already played this team twice. You've literally been hit by them twice already. So you know what
I
they
mean,
feel, they know what you feel like. So
-7. That's disrespectful.
yeah.
49ers, man. Midnight Rider.
I will be the lone wolf again on this. I'm taking the Seahawks. I don't believe in Darnold. I think what they will do is put this in the bellies of Kenneth Walker Jr. and my man Zach Charbonnet. We will let Zach Charbonnet get loose because he's going to get you a touchdown. So if you want to play something this week, play anytime touchdown, Zach Charbonnet, and thank me later. But yeah, I think Seattle wins it. I think they win it in spite of Darnold. I think they will do everything in their powers to make sure that Darnold ends this ball game with the most 25 passing attempts. And I think most of those attempts will go to Smith and Jigba. That's where their bread is buttered. So I just don't think with Kittle out, I just don't think they have. I don't think San Fran has any. Like it's only McCaffrey and I don't know, man. I just think San Fran is taking so many hits. They're on like their ninth linebacker. I think the linebackers come on the field. They got instead of having the green tag on the back of the helmet, they got a "Hello, my name is" sticker on the front of their shirt, so people know who they are. I just don't get this one. I think the Seahawks win it because they've been the better team all season, and I think the 49ers been fighting uphill all year. And normally I don't do this, but I'm gonna take Seattle.
Yeah, Midnight Ride, I love you. You know that. You know damn well you've been alive, you've been around too damn long to understand to talk about a playoff game where you're gonna win in spite of the quarterback. The quarterback, you can't win in spite of the quarterback in the NFL playoffs. You know that, I know that. So listen, if Sam Darnold, they're gonna treat him like a baby, they damn sure gonna lose. Listen, you mentioned the part about the 49ers where they lost too much. I agree with that assessment, but as far as the offensive coach, them losing Kittle, it's a big deal, but Kyle Shanahan can whip something up. We saw last week Jawan Winters throw a touchdown pass to Christian McCaffrey. The best way to attack the Seattle Seahawks defense is attack them in the middle of the field. You still got Christian McCaffrey. DeMarcus Robinson had a good game last week. I expect Jawan Jennings to play good. And I'm going to give you an unsung hero. This guy never gets mentioned when you talk about the San Francisco 49ers. They talk about Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. They talk about Trent Williams. They talk about the defense. There's this utility guy. His name is Kyle Juszczyk. I expect Kyle Juszczyk to have a big game this weekend coming on Saturday night on Fox. I like the 49ers, man. Like the Seattle, they had a great season, but you can't win in the playoffs if you timid with your quarterback. That's just not going to work.
See, I thought you was going to
He's
take
already saying he's injured. So there it is. Like I said, he's doing a LeBron. Got the excuse already ready.
I thought you was going another place. I thought you was going with the kid number 89. I think his name is Hinges. Every time that Kittle has gone out, he's played well. And the one thing that Kyle Shanahan can do is scheme up enough stuff to get the tight end some business. I'll ask you guys this because I know you guys don't have shows coming up, and you may have done this already. I won't pick them, but if you guys want to do the Sunday games, I'll give you the opportunity to do Sunday games and let people know what you think on Sunday's games.
Yeah, let's do the Sunday game.
All right. I don't have the billboard for it.
I do.
Go ahead. Talk to me.
I got the banners. Hold on. Where's the
Look at my guy. All right. So
yeah, I got it still in from our show. I still got the banners there.
All you did was switch the brand.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Rams -3.5 versus the Bears, over under 48.5. I'll let you guys same order as we always do. Brian, Josh, then Lee Ice, and I'm gonna sit this out. I'm gonna do the Kirk Street because I'm covering this ball game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was, people watch Unapologetic Sports. My son was on last week. He's a big Rams fan, and not just necessarily taking him because it's his team, but the Bears have had a great season. They're at a big spot. Caleb has played well when he's needed to. He's been very up and down, hit and miss. But I think the Rams are. Although all this weather talk I've seen today has kind of made me a little more hesitant, though. They're talking it's going to be 2 degrees and it's going to feel like it's negative 18 degrees when the game starts. So that could be a huge factor. I think though Stafford with his he's played the Bears for 10 straight years. He's been going to Chicago, so hopefully it doesn't bother him. And I think the Rams get it done, go to the championship game. As we haven't done scores, but yeah, I'll take the Rams. Well, the weather makes me nervous.
Yeah, definitely fearful of a cold weather, a warm weather, or a dome team going out to cold weather. It's definitely fearful. In games like this, I take the better coach and the better quarterback. I'm taking the Rams. I think Matthew Stafford is better currently than Caleb Williams, and I think Sean McVay is better than Ben Johnson. I think this will be a high-scoring game. Both defenses leave a lot to be desired. I can see it being anywhere 31-28, 35-32, 35-38, somewhere in that round. I think the Rams find a way. I think most people are going to laugh at this. Let's go back 2 years ago. So in the NFC divisional round, they played the Eagles. Well, last year. I said 2 years ago. Let's go last year. They played the Eagles in the NFC divisional round. Matthew Stafford had 4 chances to get the team in the red zone. Couldn't do that. That's why they lost the game, including Jordan Davis came through and I think Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter came through and sacked him and made that drive harder than what it needed to be. Go watch that game last week at Carolina. I get it's Carolina. Matthew Stafford, when they needed a touchdown, they were able to put the ball in the end zone. I felt like that confidence will inspire the team. No matter how cold it is, let's do this. All the Rams key players have played in the cold. From running back Blake Cormy went to the University of Michigan. Devontae Adams played in Green Bay, played for the Jets. Matthew Stafford played in Detroit. So he's played in Chicago. He's played in Green Bay. The offensive linemen, they big boys. They can handle it. I think the Rams will be fine. Puka Nacua came out of his school in Utah. So, BYU. So they can't. They played in cold weather before. I don't think that'll be the biggest deal to them. Give me the Rams. I think the Rams advance in the NFC Championship game.
So far,
have you seen that tape of when the Rams drafted Puka Nacua? So you know how they do the behind the scenes draft room kind of videos. So I think it's McVay talking to Snead, and he says this kid is going to be great. He fits exactly what we do, and does everything we want a receiver to do. And of course, he comes out and he's had the 3 seasons or 4 seasons that he's had. It's just like when coaching realizes the strengths and weaknesses. That's the perfect example right there. Go ahead, Lee Ice. Give us your thoughts.
I mean, I echo with the fly guy and what nephew said. This is the Rams. I don't care if they're playing in Chicago. I don't care about the weather. I care about Matthew Stafford. I care about Sean McVay, the better coach, the better quarterback. I think it might be a little close. I think I got the Rams being up by 7, maybe going into and I got Caleb Williams with multiple turnovers in this game, whether it's interceptions or fumbles, because they're gonna have to score to keep up with the Rams. I know the Bears create a lot of turnovers, but Matthew Stafford don't turn over. Well, he hasn't turned over the ball a lot this year, so the Rams might put 40 on them. So it's gonna be an NFC championship with 2 wild card teams. Has that ever happened?
I'll just say real quick before we don't know Midnight Riders picks, but so far all 3 of us have picked all road teams.
Yes.
Yeah. So going into the next game, we'll see how it goes. But yeah.
Midnight Rider, has that ever happened? Championship game with 2 wild card teams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happened.
I think it's
the year the Rams went to the Super Bowl. The 49ers and the Rams, they played in the NFC Championship game. Jimmy Garoppolo and Matthew Stafford. They both played in the wild card.
Okay. They were both wild cards. Neither one of them was a division winner.
Yeah, they both played in the wild. They both
No. He's asking
both
two wild card
wild
teams
cards. No
being in the
division, no
championship
divisional
game.
winners
Yeah.
will be in the championship game. That's what I'm saying.
Because the Rams were like the Rams won the NFC West, so technically, yeah. So
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So for my pick, it happens Sunday morning, 11 a.m. on the Sunday Rise. Check us out, Sideline Junkies Podcast Network. Next game, Brian, pull that up for the fellas.
Yes, sir.
Who did you pick, Midnight Rider?
No, you got to tune in. What are you talking
Got to
about?
tune in on Sunday morning.
Oh, that was a.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, damn! You got me. God damn.
Texans versus Patriots. Patriots -3 over under 40.5. Same rotation, baby. Let's go.
So I'm predicting a huge history. I'm predicting the AFC Championship game 6 versus 5 and the NFC Championship game 6 versus 5 because I think the Texans are going to beat the crap out of Drake May. They beat the crap out of almost every quarterback they've played. They beat the crap out of Josh Allen 10 weeks ago. Drake May, they got the job done against the Chargers, but he was pretty shaky early on. He got a touchdown late in the game. But I think this is clearly the best defense he's ever played in his career and probably the second best team he's played besides Buffalo. And I think the Texans are gonna beat him pretty soundly. I got Texans big here. So I got Texans, Bills, Rams, Niners, championship games.
I know, Ben, you said the order, but Lee, I want to hear your pick. Can you go second, if you don't mind?
Why do I forgot on our show, Fly Guy, to keep forgetting damn Houston quarterback? And I like
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, he did.
Damn, I love CJ Stroud.
I was watching the show and you was like, I forgot the Houston quarterback. And I'm like,
yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. I'm a big CJ Stroud fan. But anyway, he ain't been playing good. Okay? He has not been playing good. With that being said, history has come back to New England. Patriots fans will be out. The cold weather will be cold. They got a Super Bowl champion coaching them. There's no way New England loses this game. I love CJ Stroud, but I do not like the way he's been playing lately. I don't think he handles the atmosphere. I think he gets caught up, makes a lot of mistakes. I mean, damn. He was making a lot of mistakes last week.
Yeah.
His defense bailed him out. I got the Patriots, man. Patriots and Bills in the AFC Championship.
That would be that would be an amazing matchup. That would be the third matchup this year. One in the wild card, one in this round, and one in if that matchup were to happen that you playing the team 3 times to keep your season alive. So that would definitely be dope. For me, I'm glad I had separation in there. So Fly Guy picked the Texans. Lee Ice picked the Patriots. I think it's something in that water in your house, Fly Guy, because I think, man, you sipping on the same drink. I like it. I'm sorry, bro. That defense, boy, you talk about head hunting, laying people out. Yo, the Texans just rushed 4. They're like, man, you know what? We just gonna line up. Our 4 better than your 5. Gotcha. Then in the secondary, they got some cover players and some hitters from Stingley, Lassiter, and Jalen Petrie. Man, he can play on any team I ever had. He can play on because he gonna die. Yo, a heat-seeking missile. So listen, I get CJ Stroud played bad. He can't have them same mistakes against the Steelers. But listen, not to be funny, you can make mistakes with that defense because that defense ain't gonna give up nothing. They ain't gonna give up nothing. They ain't gonna give up nothing but too many times. I like the Texans, man. Give me the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud, the Miko Ryans. And one more thing, a nugget that I haven't heard anybody talk about. Y'all hear that? That's a knock, right?
Yeah.
The Texans been knocking at this round for the past 2-3 seasons. They lost in the divisional round the past 2-3 seasons. Yeah, they knocking. They're gonna kick that goddamn door down this time. I like the Texans.
Hey,
Let me ask y'all something. Did y'all see the Texans' last game against the Colts?
You mean the Steelers?
You see what that rookie quarterback did?
No, you're talking about the one before that.
Yeah, but
that game didn't mean nothing. They were chilling. That's fine.
Okay, you think it didn't mean nothing?
Hey, Did you see that last game against the Steelers when they
They
turned
played an 86-year-old quarterback who was scared to.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I'd be scared too. I'd be scared too, and I'm 30. Like, bro, age don't mean nothing. The boy's hitting. I don't, pardon my language, I don't give a damn how old you are. They're gonna knock your ass out. So my point is that you can be 40 or 19. They equal opportunities. You feel me? So I'm just saying, man, that Texans defense is like, sir, the score was 10-6. They beat them 30-6 on defense. Think about that. Like, it was 10-6. Like, you're like, all right, the Pittsburgh can get a drive together. They can hopefully score a touchdown. It was 30-6. They stifled them defensively. The Texans, man, they too much.
Thank you. It was 10-6, which means their offense wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, I know.
I think I like Drake May and New England's offense better than Pittsburgh offense.
Yeah, no, I give you that. I like it. Listen, I said this on Highly Opinionated. I haven't heard nobody else say this. Josh Allen, Josh Allen is the best quarterback. So I got that. But you could debate Josh Allen or Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback / player left in the playoffs. The best unit left in the playoffs, the Houston Texans defense. It ain't no doubt about it. I take them over anybody's offense, and I take them over anybody's defense. Because I know when them boys line up, I know what I'm getting. They are the best unit left in the playoffs. They better than Buffalo's offense, better than Buffalo's defense, better than Denver's defense, better than Denver's offense, better than San Francisco's everything because they duct tape. Better offense, better than Seattle's defense.
I agree. I'm very worried about next week if it's Buffalo Texans.
And that's
You don't have nothing to worry about. Worry about the Patriots.
I mean, dog. In that cadence, can you tell me what you got for Thanksgiving dinner? Can you tell them beans, beans,
ham, sweet potato pie, greens, turkey, whatever you need. That's what the Houston Texans got. They're equal opportunities. Let me say this. I don't like bullies. I like equal opportunities. Pardon my language. You gonna go up there and you gonna beat that man's ass? He don't care if he black or white. He just see another man. Like he just gonna whip his ass. That's what the Texans remind me of. They always.
I would love to see the Texans win, but it's not gonna happen.
CJ Stroud. Oh, you know
they really need to get home field advantage next year. They really do.
One more thing on this game. I thought CJ Stroud fumbles. Part of that was because he wasn't used to playing in the cold. They're a dome team. Right. Now he's used to playing in the cold. He got used to. He got that. Got the little butter. He got his. He had to wipe that butter off his face. Now playing in the cold, not playing in the dome. Man, I'm telling you, man, the Texans are the best. The Texans defense is the best unit left in the NFL playoffs. It's not even a question.
All right, let's go, guys. Couple comments. Matty Ice says only Sam Darnold can keep the Hawks from winning. I don't think bad Sam Darnold shows up this game. Some guy, you might know this guy. Tim Adams says Purdy threw the ball behind CMC. He says 49ers getting dominated again. He says Purdy threw for 127 yards, moving the ball where? Hold. Let me finish because he got a couple more. Smart man, Midnight Rider. Whenever you say that, I gotta give that comment up. And then he said they wasn't chilling. I think he's talking about.
When I said the Texans were chilling, I guess the
is that Tim from Highly Opinionated?
Yes, it is.
My brother from another. Let me give my brother his love, man. Y'all watch episode. What episode we on? 67. Y'all saw me and my brother go back and forth. That's just the love and the passion we got for this sports game. No other person in the world I'd rather share the spotlight with. Tim, amazing, good brother. Keep doing your thing, brother. Now, Tim, when I see you on Monday, bro, you got some explaining to do. You're not supposed to be a Benedict Arnold to your boy. You're supposed to ride with your boy. Listen, he threw the ball behind. He threw the ball behind Christian McCaffrey, but he still was supposed to catch it. Tim, you tell me all the time, bro. Ball hit your head, you're supposed to catch it, right, bro? Come on now.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to Tim. At the beginning of the season, that brother said, look out for the Seahawks. So I give him his prop.
Yeah, he did.
I gave him his prop. But also, I got to mess with you, Tim. Got to mess with you. How about that top 5 quarterback you said you had?
The number two quarterback in the league, Jalen Hurts.
That's even better. So let's not forget though. God, what else did he say? He said something else. Yeah, one more. What's the other one we missing? Hold on. He said not reaching behind full speed.
Full speed.
He said appreciate it. And then all right. He said OC trash. Oh, that's Pagula, the guy they just fired.
Yeah. Listen.
No,
There we go with that. All right, guys.
your quarterback
I
ain't
think
too
we
far
covered all
behind.
the.
Damn, hey. Jalen Hurts ain't trash. He's just not the second best quarterback in the league. I can't go for that. He ain't trash. He's just not the second best quarterback in the league. That's the
He ain't
only.
even the second best quarterback in his division.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Hey Tim, I told you earlier, bro. These shows they need you, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let Tim debate that. I listen. My only beef with Tim and Jalen Hurts is that they blame the offensive coordinator in Philly for everything. Y'all do know the head coach is an offense was on the offensive side of the ball. He's an offensive coordinator, wide receiver coach. Like these guys make it seem like Kevin Batula went down to McDonald's, put his application in to say, okay, I'm the next offensive coordinator with the Eagles. He got hired. Like the brother got hired by the head coach. So for me, I put 60% on the head coach, 30% on the offensive coordinator. And where I made a mistake on my show, and which I want to correct here, I said 10% Jalen Hurts. I should have said 10% on the players. Now, out of the players, I blame Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna look at Jalen Hurts, with the most eyes because he's the quarterback. Right. Gets the most blame. He's gonna get the most credit when they win. But my point is that they changed it. We went through this 2 years ago with the same offensive coordinator, Brian Johnson. You feel me? Like he was trash. They went out and got Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore didn't even run the same offense he ran with the Cowboys with the Eagles. Go look at it. They were more passing in Dallas than they were rushing in Philly. So for me, I just think that the offensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator need to go. But I'm looking at Sirianni, bro. What do you like? You're on the offensive side of the ball. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, he was supposed to take over play call.
All right, guys. So let's get through this real quick. Tim says you have to put him in situations to win. He said that's not true. I said Nick and Kevin deserve blame. What else we got here? Hurts don't get credit when they win. Hey Tim, I know you want me to add you, but we gotta get off of this and get out of here. So let's put a pin, as we say do, and then we come back to this later on. We just get a show where it's us on a Thursday night, and we make it happen. So let's make some plans and we'll figure it out. We'll get with the boss man what the schedules are, and we just have a big ass collab. But I also want one other thing from you guys, and I know it wasn't on the show list, but I know the two guys on Unapologetic already gave their thoughts because I know Brian is a deep, huge the guru of college football. I get
all my college football knowledge from the Fly Guy. So yeah.
He is the king of college football. So what we're gonna do is real quick, just Lee Ice, Josh, because I don't want the world to waste the brilliance of Flying Brian on making this pick today. So we're gonna leave them out and we're gonna just go with Lee Ice and Josh. Your thoughts on this Indiana Miami game?
This says it all. This says it all. I just hope Michael Irvin don't party too much after they win.
Yo, you see the meme of the dude with the cocaine on his face and he walking through the desert coming back up?
Oh.
Hey Mike, if you listening after y'all win, man, don't be wearing no fur coats down there.
You know you about to say.
Hey Mike.
Papa Dose.
He said if he listening.
Hey Mike, I know you listening. Mike, have all the fun you want. Miami ain't won the national championship.
Look, Mike's fun and our fun are two different things.
Yeah.
Mike's fun had his ass in court.
Coming in with the mink coat on. Oh yeah, I got you.
In August, he wearing a mink coat.
No, for sure, definitely. No, man, it's something over there with that show, Unapologetic Sports. I've been agreeing with the Fly Guy for every pick of the college, every pick of the NFL, and with college. I told y'all, listen, I've been on Miami since I saw the brat. I told the great gentleman Jack. I told him that Miami was going to beat Texas A&M. They went to Texas A&M. They beat them 10-3. They played Ohio State next. They beat them in the Cotton Bowl, and then they just played Ole Miss, beat them in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. I'm looking at the reason why I'm taking Miami. Miami matches up well with Indiana. You look at Indiana's toughest games. They had a tough game at Penn State. Penn State, played well. I know they didn't have a great season, but they played well in that game. Iowa, they had a game-winning drive at Iowa, Kinnick Stadium. Iowa was known for defense. In Ohio State, it was 13-10, a defensive low-scoring game. Miami defeated Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, as I mentioned earlier. So I think Miami comes to play. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important factor. Simply put, how the hell are you gonna lose a national championship on your home field? It's just hard for me to believe that. Like, god damn, like sometimes in life, I haven't gotten recently, but sometimes in life, they just hand you things. And I feel like, I'm not saying this is gonna be a hand you type of thing, but bro, you got a home national championship game. That's what's pissing the San Francisco 49ers off. They're like, man, damn, we wouldn't even have to leave out. We could be in the same locker room from the divisional round to the Super Bowl. So I'm taking Miami. Carson Beck has shown he's the ultimate college game manager. Marion, the wide receiver. I won't call that guy. I won't call Malachi Tony Kadarius Tony. Malachi Tony, screen merchant, as my brother Tim always say. The running backs. Fletcher, it's hard to tackle him. That Miami offensive line, defensive line, Bain and what's his name?
We need Bain. We need Bain in Washington.
Yeah, Bain and the other
Espador. Isn't it Espador or something like that?
Espador. Bain and Espador, they need to dominate the ends to get to Francisco Mendoza. If Miami do not get Francisco Mendoza off his spot, they're going to lose 63-10, just like Alabama did and just like Oregon did. They need to get him off his spot. I believe that they will. Give me the U to win that home national championship.
He says Carson Beck.
It's like this, right? Like this?
Yeah, it's like that. Here you go.
Okay.
Hey, for all you youngins out there.
The little paper football joint back in the day.
Yeah, it says a field goal. Yeah.
When you had inside recess.
Yeah, paper football.
Hey, Tim, I'm gonna say this. My brother Tim on Highly Opinionated. Been going back and forth about Carson Beck all year. You can call him Carson whatever. Monday night at 11:30, you're gonna call him Carson Beck, national champion.
The only quarterback to win national championships with two teams.
Carson Beck.
Called it at the beginning of the year.
That defense, they got to be the star of the game, man. They got to get Francisco Mendoza off his spot. They do not get him off his spot, it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. He's going to make it every time.
This is 1984 repeated over again.
You talking about Nebraska, aren't you?
Nebraska, Miami, Orange Bowl. I got you.
All right, real quick. The fly guy brought this to my attention. I think I know what it is. There's a neck surgery involved in this.
Yeah. So UFC stacked up their first pay-per-view, whatever it's called now, numbered UFC fight for Paramount Plus with two huge title fights. They brought Amanda Nunes out of retirement. If you're a UFC fan, you know who that is. If you're not a UFC fan, she's the greatest women's MMA fighter of all time. She knocked out Ronda Rousey. She knocked out Miesha Tate, and on and on and on. So this was a match that they've been setting up. The champion is her name's I'm gonna go Kamala Harrison, and she a week before the fight had neck surgery to fix two discs in her neck. So it's a little weird that you didn't know you needed neck surgery. I don't know. Maybe she heard it in practice or whatever. But yes, she had neck surgery yesterday. They completely canceled the fight. They didn't schedule it for another time. They didn't bring anybody else in to fight Amanda Nunes. And with neck surgery, I mean, who knows? She might never fight again. So, but it was a big fight scheduled, but the main event's still on. Fighters named Justin Gaethje versus Patty the Batty Pimbit. Again, if you're a UFC fan, this is a huge, huge fight. If you're not a UFC fan, check out the fight on Paramount Plus. I can pretty much 100% guarantee you the fight will be fantastic. It might be a quick knockout, but it'll be very, very exciting. I'll take Gaethje by KO in the third round, but it's going to be a fantastic fight. So if you're not a fan, check it out on Paramount Plus. I'm a huge UFC fan. Was got into it right before the Ultimate Fighter debuted. Before it was mainstream and all that, like in mid 2000s. So I'm excited that finally they're on a streaming service. We don't got to pay for the pay-per-views. I've been going to Green Turtle for almost 20 years for almost every pay-per-view to watch. So I'm a huge fan. I'm very excited it's on Paramount. We'll start talking more about it on Unapologetic Hard to with the playoffs coming up. But so if you're not a fan, check out UFC on Paramount Plus. And if you are a fan, it's big stuff coming up.
All right, so real quick, if you a Green Turtle guy, are you a drinker? Like a beer drinker?
No, I am a CM Punk. I am 100% straight edge.
Okay.
I've never touched alcohol, never touched tobacco, never touched anything in my life.
All
It's
right,
done
so
me real well. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. It's done me real well.
I'm
Great for
making
my
up
health.
I appreciate that, dog. That's a good thing, man.
That's
love
why I
that.
wear this every 2 of my colors are on here somewhere.
That's what's up, man. So don't worry about it, because whatever you don't drink, between Lee Ice and I, we make up for it. Because I've drank with Lee Ice on many occasions, so I know we've done your share of drinking at some point in life.
Hey, I always tell people, I don't drink no more.
And I don't drink no
I
less.
don't drink no less.
Oh man, I don't drink no more. I don't drink no less. That's fine.
What's the one that Tim says? We don't go to AA because that's for quitters.
That's for quitters.
That's always
All right, let's close this
I have no drinking problem. I have no problem drinking.
Real quick.
okay.
This came up. I'm gonna get more into it on Sunday. Nats leave Masson for what's called Nationals TV. Just so you guys know, I know everybody's not a baseball fan, but basically what's been happening is in the baseball world for TV, these regional sports networks have been going bankrupt. So because they've been going bankrupt, MLB has decided to take over their coverage. And what they do is they offer you a service. They'll still do the producing and all that stuff. And basically you have your show or your game provided by MLB Sports. The problem is, or the thing is, you have to join MLB TV, do a stream, and you get the games. And then there's a certain number of games, I think it's like 27 games that you'll get on your local TV channels. So whatever local TV channel in the DC area decides to jump in and become a partner with the Nationals, you'll see at least 20 plus games on, like, whether it's WUSA, whatever the channel is. Go ahead, Lee Ice. You're running your face up. Talk to me.
27 games. That ain't shit.
Well, no. You gotta think. You're not thinking about what I'm saying. So the main schedule.
It's 162 games.
All right, listen. You gotta listen to me, guys. You gotta listen to me. So they're doing the streaming service. So you're paying for the streaming service for most of the games, right? But what they'll do is, because of the way the baseball contract is set up, there are a certain number of games that they have to give to you locally. So they'll give you like 27, but you got to stream the other 150 or 140 or whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
So the streaming service is like $13 a month. You pay $80 for the season, or $90 for the season if you want to. I'm letting you know right now. I didn't already sent my money in, because I'm definitely getting this, because I gotta watch baseball. I can't go another year without watching the Nats play.
My
dad is a huge fan. Yeah, my dad.
My father watches every Nats game.
So does my dad.
I have to stream this shit.
Yes. So all you gotta do is hook his TV up with MLB TV.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure he doesn't have a box TV. Like, he's not like KG or anything like that. Get him on these new good TVs.
A box TV.
Smart TV.
Yeah. No, you haven't heard. Oh, Josh, you haven't heard this. KG wants to get a box TV back in the day and said he wants the floor models joint. And I keep telling him, I'm not carrying a floor model TV in your house, bruh.
You know how heavy them joints are?
Exactly. That's nah.
I'm gonna have to, when we get off of this, I'm gonna have to talk to you about this website, because, like, Brian, you said that you was going to Green Turtle for 20 years to watch the UFC.
We know.
Okay, so I'll talk to you about that when we get off.
Yeah. Let's not do anything. Yeah.
Couple websites.
And then I know we showed it earlier when Jack was on, But let's real quick get out of here off of this. The renders for the stadiums, guys. Your reaction. That's the. Hold on.
Ooh, that joint is beautiful, man. Look at that.
That's the main one, and then this is the daylight version. There are other versions. I just put in a couple real quick ones. Just guys.
Midnight Ride. Don't
Yeah,
that kind of look like the Fabulous Form?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
It does. It definitely looks like it. Let me say this. I got to end the show with a little bit of controversy. So that stadium looks amazing. When did they open up that stadium? 2027?
2030.
2030. Oh. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna wait that long. I was gonna say if they was open up in 2027, that'd be a nice stadium for when they introduce their new head coach, Mike Tomlin. Not introduce that stadium right there.
Hey, let Quinn. He better have a good year. He's got another 5-12.
That. I don't mean no disrespect. Dan Quinn ain't gonna have that job after next year, but don't worry about it though. You heard it here first. It ain't got nothing to do with him. It's about who's out there. So yeah, if Mike Tomlin wants that job, he'll be the coach.
Lee Ice, what you think, man? You the other resident Skins fan.
Yeah.
I love that stadium, man. I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait. And it still kind of has a RFK in it with the little,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
RFK used to be. Yeah.
Brian,
I can't wait.
Hopefully,
I'm
they
gonna
get
a different
the playoff
question,
game.
Brian. With Ralph Wilson closing, I know you had renditions of the new Highland Park or the new stadium. What's your thoughts on Buffalo Stadium going into next year?
Yeah, so I mean it's cool. I've only been to the Buffalo Stadium one time. I was able to make it down there. It was growing up after the Kelly era. There wasn't any reason to ever go down there and watch them live because they sucked for 17 years. So finally in 2019, when Josh was just getting started, they were 5-0, and I was doing well at my job. Just got promoted. I said I want to see a game. So went down there, and they were at the halftime. They were losing like 16-0 to Miami. And Miami hadn't won a game yet, but they came back and won anyway. But yeah, it's cool. The only thing about the Bills stadium that's weird is they cut the attendance down, so it's only 60,000, and the original stadium was 65. Now I had heard Kevin Sheehan talking about your guys' stadium is going to be it's going to be 70,000. So I think it's a little bigger than what.
No, it's going to be 65.
65. Okay.
65. Yeah.
And think about it like this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lee Ice.
It was weird. It's just weird that. Yeah,
more intimate,
It's just weird that Buffalo's is gone a little down because season tickets have always sold out even when they were terrible. But they've done some behind the scenes stuff, and everything's state of the art. It looks real cool, and it's the house that Josh Allen built. So
it's still going to be an outdoor stadium, right?
Yeah, they did not put a dome on it. I know fans wanted it, but do we honestly think that they're going to have a Super Bowl in Buffalo because they have a dome? No. I know that again, Kevin Sheehan said that he expects a Super Bowl to be in DC by 2033, 2030, real fast. So Buffalo has no reason to put a dome on it. They're never going to get a Super Bowl, so there's no point in it.
Yeah, I think what you got 2027. You have the draft here in DC. I think 2030 Monday. I think the season opens up in Boston, whether it's Sunday night or Monday night. They take you down that course. You get that view of the stadium with the monuments behind it, like they used to do back in the day at RFK. And then it's on and popping. And then 2032, they'll make them wait 2 years. You'll get your Super Bowl, whatever that is, LIVXIK and then G, whatever that's the Roman numerals are. You'll get that coming up. So it's all good. What I want to do first and foremost before we close this out is I want to thank you, gentlemen, for looking up in the sky, seeing the bat signal, knowing that a brother needed some help.
No
And you guys, the call, Flying Brian with the Polk High Al Bundy joint, doing his thing, showing off. You might as well go ahead and throw up Josh Allen one more time.
Oh, one more time?
Threw him up like 6 times in the show. Yeah.
Well, anytime we hear best quarterback, I mean, this is what comes to mind. So
we might have to get a Josh Allen counter for you on the show.
Oh, hold on. Oh, you mean a counter for how many times I say it. I thought you meant like a actual physical counter.
He probably has one.
I was about to say, because he's walking to something.
He's on top of my fridge. This is all the stuff that he's on. All those cereals on Snicker bars.
Yo, listen.
Oh, I gotta love fandom,
Brian.
baby.
Hey, Brian, I'm gonna just say this, bro. I hope they win the Super Bowl this year just for your sake. Like, you're gonna have the biggest party ever.
Well, I've already said I'm a diehard wrestling fan. If they win, I'm buying that $600 WWE Buffalo Bills championship belt.
I hear that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lee Ice, as always, brother. We haven't done this in a long time. And if you don't mind,
I know, bro.
the four of you, if you don't mind, because it's something we used to do. I just want some dap from everybody before we get out of here. If you don't mind, just throwing a little dap in the thing. You know what that's from.
Yeah, man.
Sure, man.
They're right there, buddy.
Hey, man, it's the truth, man. And because you said I'm gonna steal your thing, I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for listening, everybody for checking in with us. Josh, give me your next show before I go.
So, episode 67, Highly Opinionated, dropped actually yesterday, Wednesday. Feverishly working on episode 68. Episode 67, we had a quarterback from St. Francis Academy. He submitted to the University of Virginia. We had Jayon Williams on. Great conversation with Tim and I. You found me. And me and Tim get into it later on in the episode about his Eagles. So episode 67, a great episode. We look forward to episode 68 next week.
All right. That's
I got to send Tim a box of Kleenex.
You watched the show already?
Yeah. Normally I send people Annihilators and Rock Creek Soda. I got to send my man some Kleenex.
Yeah, no, it was tough. It was a tough week, but he had Tim great, man. He handled it like a true champ. I know some weeks, when your team lose, you don't even want to be seen. So, but Ben, man, I can't thank you enough for this opportunity, man. I look forward whenever you need me, Unc. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys got a great, amazing platform, Sideline Junkie Podcast Network. Been on like 35 million shows, so I don't want to name all of them. So every show you on, keep doing what you're doing. Lee Ice and the Fly Guy, man, you guys have done a tremendous job with Unapologetic Sports. I watch every week as much as I can. Keep up the great work, fellas.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
It was
So
great having all my brothers back for this reunion.
This felt a little, even though I haven't done a show with Brian like on the other side. But yeah,
I
came late.
I'm not trying to be an asshole. What other side? What are y'all referring to in this other side?
There's a place.
I don't know. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about?
I'm just gonna say there's a place that operates on the other side of the world that we operated in for a little while.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they do a show that we were told wasn't any good, and then we leave, and then he takes our show, puts his face on it, and copies it exactly the way it was, but it wasn't any good. Anyway.
Wow, you don't hear the Fly Guy getting angry.
Wow. Hey, sir. Listen, let me just say this. Hey, BJ, I'm sorry, bro. My ignorance has just flattered the network. I ain't even joined the network yet. I apologize. I'm sorry. I should keep questions to myself. I ain't never seen Brian fly off the top rope like I saw right there.
It randomly popped in my head.
Of the cage. She came from the top of the cage. Jimmy supervised snooker.
It randomly popped in my head the other day because we used to follow the stuff, but I don't follow all that stuff. So I was like, let me just go look at it. And I just randomly pulled it up, and he's on camera now. Like, he was never on camera with us. He's on camera on I'm not going to plug the name of it. And he's literally doing exactly the way we built the show before we left. And he told, like you said, he told you 100 times that the show's not very good.
Hey Brian, because I'm unlike my.
All right, guys. So no.
Sorry.
We'll do this in the backstage.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is end this right here. It's for Josh from Highly Opinionated, for the Flying Brian, man, who just dropped the biggest elbow off the top rope. These two gentlemen do Unapologetic Sports. As Josh said, I'm everywhere. We are the Sideline Junkies. This is the Thursday Night Throwdown. We'd like to thank everybody for watching. and consuming our product. We'll see you guys on the other side of this. Take it easy. Have a good night.